So, Derek, after Tuesday night's results, are you even more convinced this is a three-horse race for survival now?
Yeah, I mean it is at this moment in time. It's between ourselves, Tranmere and Carlisle, because the points difference between ourselves and the fourth bottom place is greater than we can get with a win.
Tranmere parted company with their manager, as Carlisle did a few weeks ago. Does that make any difference at all to your thinking or how things are going to go?
No, it doesn't. We continue to progress. Over the last 7 games, we've played 4 out of the top 5 teams. We've played Fleetwood and Accrington and beaten them both, who are teams round about us. We should have beaten Newport away from home. So we're happy with our performances. Our XG, which is expected goals, is increasing every week. So that's really important, but we have to obviously take our chances and win the games when we're on top.
Yeah, it really is a broken record, isn't it? The taking chances issue just doesn't go away, does it really?
No, but we have been better at it. 4 against Fleetwood, 2 against Accrington. We have come up against the best teams in the league this season, and we could have taken points off of them. We didn't, and for one reason or the other. But from a performance point of view, as everyone tells us, we're not a team that should be in the position we're in at this moment in time.
It's a cliche to say that any team can beat any team in a league. Do you think that's actually not the case in League Two? There are the top teams are stronger and much more likely to win, even if it's narrowly, and that the results that really matter are against the fellow struggling clubs.
Well, they are. They have been. That's why they're at the top of the league. They've been able to grind out results. I think that's what Walsall did against us. How many big opportunities did they have in the game? They score from a free kick. They score late on. Both when we were down to 10 men. When we were 11 against 11, we had the best opportunities in the game, and I think that's important.
That's the difference then. It's taking your chances, isn't it? Someone who will take those chances, mainly up front.
Yeah, that is the case, and that's why we took in the likes of Gardner, we took in Dallas, who has scored 2 goals. We've got the likes of Hope, Slew, Edwards, Tollett, and Gall, Dackers. We've got an abundance of players. It's now up to any of these individuals to go and really set a marker down and score the goals for us.
Yeah, you said after Saturday that you were very protective of your players, and you are, but you did sort of name players for missing chances. That's unusual for you. What was the thinking behind that, and does it work psychologically when you sort of call players out?
I think it's important that players understand that you can't get a free ride, so to speak. I think that when you do something wrong, it's like Reece getting sent off. That cost us probably a point or 3 points in the game because we go down to 10 men. The strikers have got to take the chances when they come along, and they've got to understand their role in the team as well. Especially when it's a goalkeeper, we call out the goalkeeper when Hip makes a mistake or he makes a mistake, and we call out the back 4 as well. It's important we all take responsibility, and that's what the team are about. They are collectively taking responsibility.
You never do anything by accident. Does it work when you do that, when you call people out individually, do you think?
We didn't call anybody out. We stated a fact. There's a difference. It's the same when somebody has a go at a manager. If it's the facts, then that's fine. Did our strikers miss good opportunities on Saturday? Yes, they did, and there's nothing wrong with that. We've become a nation of protecting people, and that's wrong. I think that we have to stand up as a nation and as people, and we have to lead, and that's why I'm in the position I'm in. I'm a leader, and why do I explain things in the way that I do is to try and make us better, and that's the reason. If we sweep everything under the carpet and we don't say anything, then there's a problem, and free speech is a good thing in this country, and it's quickly getting diminished, and that's not helpful in any walk of life.
Do you think some would argue that different players respond differently to different ways of giving feedback, or as you say, it's a case of no, this is honestly the truth, I'm just going to tell you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that is important, and in leadership, and you have to, as a manager, deal with issues. As a manager, Do you get slaughtered in the press? You do, every single day. Everyone knows better and how to get a result than me. There's no doubt about it. That's just, it's just a fact. I know better than other people and other people's jobs as well. That's a fact. I think I know, things that are different. And we're all similar. We all have an opinion. And it's about trying to get the best out of us. And have we got enough players scoring goals? We haven't. The facts are there, but I think that we've got enough players trying to score goals, and we've got enough players willing to, and we've got enough players that can do, and that's what we're trying to achieve.
So to be a manager, you have to be absolutely confident in your ability to do all aspects of the job.
You have. It's a very lonely life. At times, people don't understand the problems that you have to deal with in the role. We see it so many times, but people don't understand behind the scenes. And Pep Guardiola and Neil Warnock were speaking about it the other day. I saw a great quote from John Rudge, who was 16 years at Port Vale the other day. The outside world don't know what a manager has to deal with. There's so many little things that become big things inside a business, and it's different from other occupations as well, because you're reliant on players rather than a machine to get your business done.
It's a human factor.
That's it. And the better players that you've got, the higher you're going to play at.
So Rhys Williams suspended. That gives you a headache, does it, for the weekend?
It doesn't really, no. We've still got good options in that area. Jan Songo can drop back in there. Jamie Stott can drop back in there. We've got the likes of Taylor that can play at centre half. So we've got a decent option in that area.
You played a strong team midweek against Burnley under-21s. What was the thinking there? And also, Jordan Slew scored a couple of goals. He's not really featured recently. Does his name come back in the frame now when you're thinking of taking chances?
Yeah, Jordan did well the other day. It's great for him. I've obviously signed him 3 or 4 times as a manager, and like him, his energy, and it's about Jordan scoring goals. So yes, he comes back into the reckoning because he's been able to find the back of the net, and that's what we need at this moment in time. Players showing that. What was the reason we played a strong team? Because it was a reserve game. It was a game that gives players minutes, and the players that played hadn't had any minutes.
And George Ray came back. How much of a miss has he been virtually all season?
Yeah, George won't be available to us this season, unfortunately. He has an injury that we are managing. He's able to play, and he can't train today. He couldn't train yesterday, so it's difficult for us to get him into the team because he's not able to complete training session. And he's a big miss for us because we signed him at the start of the season hoping that he would be give us competition for places, but unfortunately he's not been able to complete the training sessions that I require.
So when it comes to Gillingham away, they lost on Tuesday night but played well by all accounts, created lots of chances. They're on a bad run. Does that make them more dangerous than they might normally be, do you think?
They should have won the other night against Fleetwood. They had really good opportunities in the game. They made one change from the game before and taken in Hawkins, who went a wee bit more direct in the game. A lot of long throw-ins, a lot of players balls forward, and they are a team that was supposed to be going for promotion at the start of the season, and unfortunately for them this season it's not going to be, but they're a dangerous outfit, yes.
Not one of those bottom 3 teams you're talking about, but a team on the periphery of the trouble area.
They are. I think that we go there, we have to play the same way as we have done against the teams that I've spoken about, but we have to take the big opportunities when we get them, and we've certainly been creating them.
What is the injury situation? We've mentioned a couple of people there, but any other concerns for the weekend?
We don't know. We've got the same squad as we had for last weekend.
And this is a game which is potentially defining. I know you don't like to say that, but you seem to have let Tranmere get away with losing lots of games, and yet you're still behind them. That has to stop, doesn't it?
And we have picked up good wins against Accrington and Fleetwood, and we can't deal with the other teams around about us, and we can only deal with ourselves. On the last 7 games, we've played 4 out of the top 5 teams, and I don't think anybody else in the area that we're in at this moment in time has done that. But we've competed well. Should we have taken more points? The answer is yes. And at this moment in time, we've got to become the best of the 3 at the bottom of the table.
Get money for your old